Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DCUO Sourcecast. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me this evening, and only person beside me this evening, is Super Patriot.
That's right. I'm here to the end. Here to the end. What's up, Trex? How you doing, buddy?
Oh my
How you
God,
all doing, folks?
so much energy. Containing
I don't know
yourself,
where
sir.
it's. I have no idea where it's coming from. To be honest with you, I was like, I've been like chatting up a storm at nobody on the on that Slack chat. The only person who's been talking to me back at it is Chillcat, and he's been freaking face palming me the whole time.
Just because you want Buddy Patriot doesn't mean everyone else wants Buddy
Dude,
Patriot.
all right. Everybody out there watching the stream. All right, would you not love to have a statue of my tune doing the Buddy Christ pose? Come on.
I don't know.
Come on.
Apparently I sound
See?
underwater.
Arrow Strike would love to see it.
Do I sound okay to you? Because apparently they're saying that I sound...
Yeah, you sound fine to me.
Twitch doesn't... My mic sounds weird. That's weird. Let me check my settings.
Trex, if somebody is holding you captive,
Oh, that's
do
why.
you even have your face cam on right now?
Yeah, I know why it sounds weird. Because it's going through the wrong microphone. Because apparently XSplit tried to... It turned on my webcam microphone and not my good microphone.
Gotcha.
So that should now be fixed, and I do apologize. Hopefully it doesn't come back and bite me at the end. I can only pray. So tonight is really not going to be much of a long show. We don't have Brittany here with us tonight due to the fact that she has an active league, and New is probably holding her hostage, and it's my job to go save her from New, which I'm not that I'm writing a fan fiction or anything about that kind of situation, but I mean.
He's got nothing written down on paper.
No. No, my handwriting is atrocious. Alright, so it's just going to be in Soups tonight, and tonight we're going to be talking about Game Update 57 and Episode 22 that launched this week. And also touch a little bit about the public test notes that was just updated today. So, DCO / Fiction Spark, wow. I'm not sure if I'm in that genre or not. But before we get started, I just want to say that this is I am doing a charity stream this week for the Save the Children Foundation for the Children's Emergency Release Fund. Oh man, I just actually realized there's a typo in. I did not put enough spaces.
Oh my God, Trex! Oh my God!
That's what I get for being a pecker. That's what I get for being a pecker on the keyboard. On the keyboard. That's what I meant. On the keyboard.
Wow.
I don't know these people, all right? There's an Englishman in here, and he could just...
We've gone from being a G rating to PG now, so... let's see if we can keep it from getting to NC-17 by the end of the show. That's our goal. We're trying to stay below NC-17.
Well, luckily we don't have Rob Zombie on the show, so we should be okay. For the Children's Emergency Release Fund, right now there is the worst drought in Ethiopia, and it's going on right now so I'm raising money for the Ethiopia drought and hunger crisis. I'm doing this through gamingforgood.net, created by Athene. If you guys know who Athene is, one of the biggest streamers out there. He created the site for streamers to do charity work, and it's an amazing site. I really do enjoy it. So all the money goes towards for children and families to get food, water, all that good stuff. I do have a video. I'll play the video later in the show because I didn't want to mess up the podcast because this is being recorded on audio as well. So, NC Greenland has a point. BVS is rated R, but the rated R version is going to be on on the Blu-ray and DVD.
That's only the Blu-ray and digital release for the director's cut is going to be rated R.
Yeah,
but
so
the actual theatrical release is, I believe, is PG-13 still.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how I can do it. Maybe because we're streaming live right now, we'll be under R with that PG-13.
The director's cut of this will be NC-17.
Yes, yeah.
The director's cut of this episode will be NC-17. You can only get it by downloading it from iTunes.
We got this. We got this.
This is going to be the most downloaded iTunes episode ever. Because people are going to wonder, how did they take it that far?
Oh, we can. And we may. It's like, what did they say after the show? What happened when it went black? So, let's start things off as we normally do. Soups, how's your week been?
It hasn't been too bad. I've, to the great annoyance of some of my league mates, I've gotten very lucky in the Elite Alert. The 2 times I've run it. I ran it last night, and I got 3 elite pieces off of each boss. So.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I said, they were asking me, "You want to run it again?" I was like, either 2 things are going to happen. I'm not going to get shit out of that Elite Alert for a while because I got those 3 elite pieces, or I'm going to go in there, I'm going to get the OP helmet, and people are going to start leaving the league. Yeah, I didn't want either one of those to happen, so I was like, "So I'm sorry." I'm going to pass.
Oh, Crappy got a green. Oh.
Yeah. Poor Crappy.
Well, Knighthood, I may run the solo later because I haven't gotten to play the game yet. Sad face on me. Oh, sad face. So, anything else going on for you through the week?
No, not much. The solo, the solo is... Alright, here's the weird thing about the solo. The solo is actually pretty freaking, face-rolling easy, to be honest with you. If you're going in there just to complete it.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get it done. But there are 2 feats in there where it is, counterproductive towards burning down the boss quickly. On both boss fights. There's a feat associated with both the boss fights, each of them, where if you burn down the boss too fast, you're not going to get those feats. So you actually have to let the boss hit you and smack you around a little bit, so in order for you to actually do the damn feats.
Okay.
Yeah. So you might be able to get them pretty easily, Trex.
Yeah, it's true. Rage Crash for the win. Rage Crash for the win. So, my week has been pretty good. Well, actually, it hasn't. It was okay. Because I finished this Excel project that I started last year for my comic book store, because what he was using was bad, archaic, and just looked horrible. So with the help of Super Skull on the DCUO forums, he created this Excel project for me so we could actually take it where he inputs the subscribers, he inputs the comic books, and then on another tab, he combines them all, and so your Patriot got this book, and Trex got this book, and then at the end of the day, he can, on another tab, he can pull up each individual subscriber, see all the books they've subscribed to, and then on another tab, all the books that were ever entered into the system, and how many people have subscribed to them, so he has somewhat of a steady inventory on subscribers. So, he gave me all the information for all, I think, maybe 100 subscribers at my store. So I had 100 people to input into this new system, into this new Excel sheet, and all their books. And I'm glad I'm finally done. Now what we have to do is just really basically update it for the past month, because it's been late. So things have changed, books have gone, books have come. And so now he's going to update it, and I'm working on the next version to update a few things. So I'm finally done with this big passion project for my computer, for my comic book store. I'm really happy. And then yesterday, Time Warner Cable turned off my internet. I still don't know why.
Bastards. Bastards.
Yeah. Yeah, I even looked at my account.
Why? You asked them why?
They didn't say.
They didn't say.
No.
They just like, whoops.
Yeah. I mean, it's it's probably because like I guess we have the cables like in someone else's name, and they're paying for it or something. It's something screwy with that. I don't know, but all I know is that I got the message from my roommate. Hey, internet's out. I'm like, but I have to stream. I didn't get to stream Wednesday. And so, yes, Thursday night, last night, I didn't get to stream. I came home, internet was out. I turned my computer on, tried to play a little Assassin's Creed. That is a nightmare. I'm not even going to discuss it anymore. But yeah, I was not happy.
Whoa. What happened with Assassin's Creed?
I turned it on. First time I played Syndicate, okay? It's fresh. Mm-hmm. I looked at my video settings to make sure everything's okay. First off, I have an NVIDIA GeForce 650 Ti video card, okay? It is a 2 gig card. Fucking Assassin's Creed would not let me play in 1980p. Or I'm sorry, in 1080p. It would not let me play in 1080p because it would go over my 2 gigs of my video card. Furious.
Really?
Furious.
Yeah, I have no problem playing that game in 1080p on my PS4.
Exactly. Fucking Ubisoft cannot get a fucking PC game right for shit.
Why don't you play it on the console? Why didn't you get it for the console, man?
Because it was on a Steam sale, and I just could not pass it.
Oh, you fucking Steam selling bastards! Steam needs to get involved in the console fucking selling.
It was good. It was so good. But no, so I started playing it, and I'm like, all right, fine. I'll just play in 720p. That's fine. Whatever. I lowered, and all the graphics were already preloaded lower, so I'm okay. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, I start into the game. The screen is flickering. It's flickering. It's giving me white flickers. My eyes are killing me. I went into an area. It was completely white. I'm like, oh, this must be part of the game because it's all smoky and everything. But I turn my camera a certain way. No, it's not because it's smoky. It's because my screen went all white.
Oh.
This game is fucking ports. If we could, I hate ports. I hate them. And this is like maybe like 4 or 5 months after release, and this game looks horrible. Well, and of course, it's probably me, but
were you updated on patches and everything?
Yep. It sat there installed for like 3 months and did basically
maybe it was
nothing.
mad at you for not playing it.
I guess so. Because I mean, I didn't have internet, so I'm like, oh, I do have Assassin's Creed installed. It's an offline game. Let's play a little bit of this. Oh, it's all white. My eyes are dying. I had to water my eyes. I had to put Visine in my eyes. It was so bad. And I was looking at my PC, at my laptop today at work, and I'm blinking. And I'm like, oh my god, my eyes are still not adjusting because of Assassin's Creed. I think I could have went blind. I really could.
Well, I hope you get it figured out because Syndicate is definitely a good game. Definitely redeems itself from Unity.
Good.
I'll say that much.
Good. But all in all,
not as good as 3 or 4, mind you. But definitely a good game. I just loved Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
Because I love that era of history, that time period of history, the Revolutionary War and everything like that. I'm like a huge Revolutionary War buff. Yeah,
I do love London. I do like London town.
It's pretty cool, roaming around in London and everything like that. And then, of course, they got that Jack the Ripper DLC, which creeped me out, dude. I'm not lying. It creeped me out at times playing that Jack the Ripper DLC.
But all right, so we're gonna go into the test server updates. Not really anything on live because the one thing we're gonna talk about live is game update 57. So, boom.
And episode 22.
And episode 22. So, first things first. Let me get rid of this. There. Test server hotfix for today. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the first word you surely enough see is survival mode, Forces of Solitude. It is.
Oh, that's what she's doing tonight. They're having a fucking team meeting to talk about.
No. This didn't hit test server until like 47 minutes ago. She told me this afternoon. So, but of course, if we want to play conspiracy theory, yeah, Brittany passed this out so she can go and do meetings with her league to be all OP and cheat and shit. Well, yeah. I didn't actually mean to say those words. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry. that came from a pretty dark place. Whoops. So, Forces of Solitude is on the test server. New awesome Kryptonian themed pants for rounds 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. New Kryptonian themed shirt. And there's going to be 20 rounds in all. And the combat rating to get into it is 146. So, and once game update 58 comes out, oh yeah, I am rage DPSing into this. Oh yeah. All the DPS. So, let's see. PC test only.
Keep in mind too, folks, that Forces of Solitude Survival Mode was the first survival mode to introduce the little pet trinkets that you get in later rounds after round 10. So,
that's right.
You get a chance to go back in there and get them again.
Huh. It actually doesn't say what you get for rounds 11 through 20.
No, it doesn't.
May have to message Maps. So, for PC test only, the teleportation hub. The Safe House teleporters, new players can no longer use the Safe House teleporters until they have completed the first mission. This is to help combat the issue where someone accidentally goes to the wrong safe house and doesn't know how to get back. If you are grouped with someone, you can still use the teleporter to go to them. Poor newbies. Those poor newbies. And then for episode 21, the first piece, fix the mercenary sniper so he should no longer become invulnerable when he marks his target with the marking beam. In episode 22, 4-player Phantom Zone, they adjusted several music transition effects within Phantom Zone and Forces of Solitude.
I've got my music turned all the way down. I got to turn it back up a little bit just so I can hear the music.
Yeah, I need to figure out the good settings for... Actually, really fast, pro tip, for voice control, when you're using the in-game voice. When you're using the game effects slider, which way does it go where you can overhear the effects over voice? Do you go left or you go right?
You go right.
All the way right makes it where effects are higher and voice is lower.
Yes.
Gotcha. Writing that down. Thank you. What? It was furious as hell.
I understand. You could always time it too with the cooldown on your rage ability. When that rage ability gets about like the 8 o'clock mark, that's when you should be hitting your rage cancel.
Yeah, but I like to hear everything else too. To drown out Tiny when he's crying because no OP item. Yeah, poor guy.
He's over it. He's over it.
He
was telling me the other day he's over it. He's fine with it.
Yeah,
not so much with you, but with me.
Yeah, after I burned the fuck out of him on Twitter. No, that's right. You posted it on Twitter. Our conversation. That was the best.
For all you out there, Trex did get a sweet burn on one of our league mates earlier this week. Because last week I went through on the Sourcecast I went through all of Trex's feats that he doesn't have yet.
Yeah.
So Trex was on the game earlier this week and he popped a couple of feats and one of the league mates was like, he's like, hey man, you need to work on your feats, man. And Trex fired back at us, you need to work on getting that OP utility belt, man. I'm like, damn.
Burn.
But of course, Rudy got you really good though too.
Whatever. I mean, don't not make me the basis of like anybody having like skill points or anything. I mean, what I'm actually more furious about is that I actually, because I really thought I finished the Astral Alloy set, and when I looked, I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? It's the freaking chest I'm missing. And thank God it was my second avatar, because that was a time killer.
Yeah.
Just a time killer.
Farming that style feed, that will that could take a day, at least.
Especially when you have people coming up and actually destroying constructs when they're trying to build it. I'm like, stop it.
Yeah. Well, there's some people that are actually doing those missions.
I know, but
that's why you gotta go find the nodes out in the distance. Where the sub-avatars spawn up at.
There needs to be a map. Why hasn't someone made a map?
I don't know. Why don't you do that, Trex?
Gotcha. Make another note. Make a map for something that came out 4 years ago? About 4 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ghost Gold, he's Super Patriot's talking to me. I'm Trex. I'm a guy. Why do I even talk? So, let's move on to the biggie for this week. Scroll all the way up because I'm on the wrong page. There. Game Update 57 and Episode 22. Or as I like to call it, the game update that almost never came.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see how many pages that announcement that I got to?
Oh my god.
It's like 117.
And I was streaming on Wednesday because I saw the post like, hey, servers are up. Sweet. Log in. See a member queue. When you see a member queue and you are a member, you know shit went wrong.
Yeah.
Because I saw myself at 407. I'm like, huh, this shouldn't be here. Just starts counting down. This really shouldn't be here. Logged in. Load screen. Boom. Disconnect. Fudge.
Yeah, I actually got the character. Yeah, I got to the loading screen, or I got to character select. I got the queue timer and all that. I was like, 390 something and all that. Got down to I was 19th in line, and then boom, back to connecting to the server again. So yeah, they had some issues apparently getting the update going, which happens on occasion. But, what are you going to do? I know what you're going to do. You're going to make an announcement thread, go 117 pages of you flipping his shit.
I will have to say, Meps's response in that thread were just the best.
Yeah.
I remember
one response where he said we were going to bring it up right now, but based on this thread, we're not going to anymore.
Yeah, we're going to release it early. Yeah, and then there was another one where someone that typed in all caps saying something, and then Meps responded in all caps.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, if you don't think our community manager has a sense of humor, well, you're half right. He luckily he has his humor program updated, but only for that one time.
I think on launch days for content, I think he drinks at work.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I would. If I was him, I would.
Oh, that's true, Raph. And I have to say, and I may play it I don't know how I'm going to edit it. I can edit, but I may have to look up the classic Odyssey downfall video. Because Game Update 57 did bring about hard light changes, and you cannot have a post or anything about hard light released without watching the Odyssey downfall video.
Yeah.
If someone can be nice enough to post that link in chat, I will make sure to play it before the show ends.
Fucking unicorn trinket.
Because it is the best. If you are rage... What is it? If you're nature, rage, or celestial, get out.
If you DPS with rage, celestial, I forget what the other one was. Rage, celestial, and something else.
So, all right. So let's go straight into episode 22. So, episode 22, we have a new 4-player operation, the Phantom Zone. And for all those story buffs out there, the way to run the content, if you want to go through the storyline, is you start off with Phantom Zone, and then you do Science Spire, okay? The story starts off in the 4-player operation. So, we're basically going to have to go to soups for everything, because I haven't gotten to run anything. I've ran Science Spire on test, which is basically the same as live. So, I know some stuff there.
There's that link for you, by the way, Trey.
Thank you, sir.
Since nobody else got it,
right?
People, slackers.
Where are my mods at? Talking about eyes and ears and mouths and nose. What are you trying to build, Grid? Trying to build someone? So, the Phantom Zone 4-player operation. How is it?
It's fun. It's fun. The regular alert is fun. Is a lot of fun. It's not overly difficult. Interesting mechanics in there and all that. The first boss fight, which you could say is a rehashed, fight with Jor-El, the Jor-El AI again. It's really not. It's an entirely different boss fight altogether. It's got some cool mechanics in there with that, as far as fun, trying to beat that boss there and everything. Going into the cutscene of you going into the Phantom Zone is just epic. It's just epic. It's just really cool how they pull you into the Phantom Zone like that. And then going through Fort Roz is really cool. The tunnels, the hallways in that alert are a lot smaller than they looked on the announcement stream they did.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, I was like, whoa, this is like really confined space going through these tunnels and everything. But all the boss fights are in fairly open areas. Not huge open areas, but fairly open areas and everything. So you go in there, the second boss fight in there, it's actually, you're fighting two bosses in there. It's really fun. Bosses, they tend to, do the whole, so I'm getting away from the tank thing, but they don't do it to a point where like you're going to get one shot if they do. If you're not the tank. Same thing goes for the last boss fight. Not going to really spoil it, for Trex. You've probably seen videos of it, haven't you?
Nope. Don't spoil me.
That last boss fight, it can be very hectic in there, especially with all the ads. Because you're fighting two bosses, and then there's a score of ads in there that you got to deal with, and it was a hectic boss fight. The elite version is so damn cool, because they ramp up the difficulty, of course, in the elite version, but they add different things to it. The first boss fight, with the Jor-El AI, you've got to do the same mechanics and everything, but there's ads that you have to deal with too. So, figuring out a good strategy on dealing with the ads before you try to do the mechanics to take out the boss and everything. That's a good strategy to do. Take out the ads first, and then deal with doing those crystals and everything. The second boss fight, all I can tell you guys right now, the second boss fight, stay in the middle until there's going to be these tubes on the outside. All right. of the room in the second boss fight there. All right. If he hits those tubes, it puts out an AoE field, pretty large AoE field of blue flame. If you are in there for too long, you're going to melt. You're going to melt. Even if you're the tank, you're going to melt. So try and stay in the middle until those tubes start getting destroyed, and then those are pretty much safe areas for you to go to, and not have to worry about getting caught in any of the other AOE's when the other tubes get blown up.
Okay.
The last boss fight on Elite is ramped up difficulty. There's not really much different about the last boss fight. It's just much more difficult. This is the first time in a very long time, all right, where I have had the opportunity to use my orbital strike twice in one boss fight.
Holy crap.
Yeah. And it's not because the bosses have an exorbitant amount of health or anything like that. It's just it's a very, like I said, the ads in that boss fight make it really interesting. The tank makes it really interesting. Tank, and Zod does do a one shot on you. If you're not a tank, you will get one shot on it. So keep an eye out for that whenever he does his laser.
I'm Rage. I'll live. I got this. Okay, and then the solo, the Science Spire. Now, as we heard earlier, apparently, there are some feats that require the boss to beat on you a little bit. But I really did enjoy the Science Spire having Lois Lane really take the entire place. She is
Lois Lane's OP.
She is. She is amazing, and she does a lot in a skirt. And more power to women who can rock that short of a skirt and destroy enemies with a spew of bullets. Okay, so good job, women. Hashtag women of power. Which, that's a Marvel thing, but I'm still stealing it. Whatever. And then here, in going into Game Update 57, the power set mid-range improvements for Light. Which I guess we'll get into... we'll get into it now. So, really fast, for the powers. Yes, bullets. It's French. Okay, so... for Celestial, while in healer role, the Divine Light and Corrupted Divine Light will again heal allies if they touch one of the glyphs. This is not stacked with other Celestial players. But I mean, who really runs with more than one Celestial player? The caster will no longer purify themselves instead of enemies, and will once again get a glyph at the original cast position. While in healer role for you guys, Divine Light will no longer deal advanced mechanic levels of damage when not doing the advanced mechanic. Sorry. So for Light, tree changes. Ooh, here we go. In order to allow viable range and melee loadouts to be created with the same build, Lightweight and Chain Whip have swapped places in the assault tree. And power points have been reset and refunded for Light. Oh, God dang it! Come on! I just spec'd my Light character not even last week. Son of a... Because I logged in because I was mailing him stuff. I'm like, oh, I didn't spec my power. Let me change that real fast. Fudge. I wasted 250 cash for nothing.
Real quick, I got to that point in the downfall video. It was if you DPS with Sorcery, Rage, or Celestial, leave now.
There you go. I have a Celestial character.
Yeah, so do I. I leveled it to 30.
Yeah, he's level 30
that's
for me
about
too.
it.
Yeah. I mean, he has tier 1 gear from the Magic Wing,
I do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Celestial. Celestial's gorgeous looking power. I had fun leveling my character up with it. But there's a lot in Celestial that I just have not had the time to learn about it. But I love Celestial healers in PvE. I mean, they've got like no range. Like no range at all.
Yeah.
No range limits at all on celestial healing. I was standing. Crappy was a celestial for a little bit, and in the observation area of the league hall, he stood on one end over by where the deco panel's at,
Mm-hmm.
and I stood over by the window, the observation window, and he was still able to cast one of the heals on me.
Jeez.
Yeah, no range at all.
No
on celestial
range on celestial
yeah.
heals. Sorry, Ticken. Here comes the nerf. Let's get.
I hope they don't change it. I don't want them to change it because that's.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure. I mean, it's one heal. It's one heal. I can't remember which one it is. Crappy could probably be able to tell us in the chat there. But
yeah, Cappy, tell me what heal was it?
The one heal, and I think it's a hot. So it's not like it's a huge burst heal or anything like that.
Just let me.
I think it's that glyph one.
Oh, okay.
About.
Oh, the glyph. Let me scroll up real fast. Divine Light.
I don't know.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know.
No, just
I'm not
just
calling
write it
for
down.
a nerf on it. I'm saying it's awesome.
All right, so for Hardlight, they corrected a number of visual effect issues that didn't really affect the gameplay, but could result in enemies reacting improperly, which I guess would be weird. And then they removed roll restrictions from the light construct combo advanced mechanic, allowing these to cause full damage in control roll. Yay. Even though there's no way in hell you can do it. As a controller, there's no way you can really use your advanced mechanic and still be a controller at the same time. Oh, Admonish and Blight, thank you, Crappy. Just wait, wait. Maybe feel like he's fooling me. I don't know. What's that? It's Swarm, Crappy? Gotcha. Swarm needs nerf.
Swarm needs a nerf.
And then they increased both the base instant damage and the power interaction instant damage for the following light abilities, which Chainsaw, Light Claws, Fan, Jumpers, Spike Quake, Bouncy, and Hand Clap. Yay! So Impact now does the increased base damage from the tray, and then when using a construct combo, will hit 3 times. Ram will hit 3 times as well, and then Light Blast. Yeah, whatever, Crappy. Said no one.
Actually, Grid, Tiny's been DPSing with Hardlight, and when he first started using it in that alert, man, he was loving it.
So he's not Atomic anymore?
Nope, he switched to Hardlight.
He went
back to the original power he loved.
So I can catch up with him now. Excellent. Excellent. Now if I can fix the stop dying part. Just need to fix that. So
this
Light Blast
means you can tank more.
Shit. Fine, whatever. Scroll the rules. We have a tank. Light Blast increased damage caused by enemies with low health, and then the amount of damage inflicted now increases with closer ranges. So Light Blast will be affected by melee, mid-range, and range. Yay. Let's see. Constructed combos. The construct combos. The melee construct combos will now cause increased damage. It specifically affects some stuff there. The ranged construct combos will now increase damage, with the most damage being caused within 13 meters of a target. So you can easily see all the changes for Hardlight on the patch notes. If you are Hardlight, please leave a comment in the section below so we can actually hear your thoughts on how Hardlight's going. If you enjoy it, what you hate about it, just, use as few F-bombs as possible. That's all I ask.
Jareth, in the chat, there's asking if this is the last year they're going to work on these powers. No, this isn't the last year they're going to work on the powers. This is the last year, hopefully, that they're going to concentrate so heavily on balancing each power out. But I'm sure there's going to be balance twerks and tweaks and things done to certain powers, every update. Hopefully, I would like nothing's ever going to be perfectly balanced, so they're going to have to keep you know tweaking things here and there. But as far as huge updates like this, yeah, this should be the last year.
Yeah, hopefully.
As soon as they get munitions and raids done and all that, and then they do the Celestial got its pass, right?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, Celestial. Okay, so all they got left is electricity. Then fine.
Electricity, nature, sorcery, earth.
Oh, okay. It's electricity, sorcery, and earth. As soon as they get those three done, they're fine.
Yep. And then over here for the PvP update, they re-increased the reduction of these attacks in PvP.
Yeah. So many people read that wrong. Yes, Crappy, I know nature.
Damn it, Crappy, I told you, nature is fine. Prove to me it's not.
I know,
and you can't.
I just love doing that to him. Oh, yeah, those three, and they're good. They're good. They're good. They can stop after that. Yeah, so many people read that wrong. Because people read that, and some people I know took that as they buffed all these weapon attacks because of the wording of that sentence. Re-increased the reduction. Re-increased the reduction.
Huh? That is kind of bad. That's
Re-increased the reduction.
I mean, I get it when you go to the second sentence. But if you don't go to the second sentence, then yeah, that sentence is bad. So what does this actually mean for PvP?
Well, it's just basically like some weapons apparently had gotten some of their old damage back from before the PvP update. So what this basically did was this reintroduced the damage reduction on the weapons that had issues, and also included a few other combos with it and all that. And but they gave them a 70% reduction in damage instead of just 50%. Which for some, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know they're going to be doing a weapon pass on, as far as damage is concerned. This is like a patch. This is like like a bandage, I think, until they do the weapon pass for damages and everything. But I'm really hoping they take into consideration the timing involved in a lot of these combos, as well as just basically the timing of these combos. Because they did a 70% reduction on Mega Smash. Why does Mega Smash need a 70% reduction on its damage?
Who actually gets hit by Mega Smash?
It is a 4-hold combo. 4-hold combo.
All right.
It is no doubt the easiest to block combo in the game.
Okay, players. Who out there is allowing players to do Mega Smash on you? Huh? Raise your hands. Raise them.
Here's my thing. And we had a conversation about the People's Podcast with Orbit, God's Disciple, and Balkan. We were talking about Mega Smash getting a 70% reduction, and we were asking the same question: who gets hit by that? And if you do get hit by that, don't you deserve to die?
Yes.
I mean, we were like joking around. I was like, if you get hit by Mega Smash, not only do you die, but a piece of your gear is permanently deleted off your team. Like, you just destroyed a piece of gear. You can't repair it. It's not down to 0 and you have to repair it. No, it's gone.
Yeah, I have never been hit by Mega Smash. There's no way. Even I know that you need to block. You just.
I'm sorry. If somebody is hovering up in the air with a two-handed weapon held up over their head and this look on their face like, ah, and you're not blocking,
just take it. Just
delete your tune.
It knocks you back to Brainiac ship to do better.
What's that? Who said that? What?
I was saying, it's like if you get hit by Mega Smash, it knocks you back to Brainiac ship so you could do better.
Yes. Yes, so you can learn the counter mechanics in the Brainiac ship. Which I don't know. Have you seen pictures of the inside of the new Brainiac ship?
I have. I saw it when there's the issue of making a new tune, and back on test server when you made a new tune, you start off as level 1, which was a mistake. But I did it by accident because I was making my Tenzo test tune, and I got to the Brainiac ship, and I'm like, ooh, green. I don't remember green in here. This is so nice. The Brainiac ship looks really good.
Yeah, looks really cool. I think it's got a lot to do with some of the new content we got in episode 22. Because, you get to the end of that solo, and you figure out what Zod's looking for. Right? You figure out what Zod's looking for. It's looking for the bottled city of Kandor. And the bottled city of Kandor is on one of Brainiac's bottled ships. So I got a feeling, this is just, the comic book reader in me saying, I got a feeling we're going to be going back into the Brainiac ship.
You better hope.
Yeah. Looks really cool in there, though, man. It's a lot darker, and the green and everything looks really cool.
Yeah, art team did a great job on it. And again, these are small tutorial band-aids that will overall fix all the bleeding that has been going on in the tutorial section. Which has been definitely a lot of bleeding. A lot.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, they all just, just point people in the direction of our videos. I mean, I've got at least 2, videos, let's play series of me leveling tunes.
Yeah,
and Hero and villains. I got one on the hero side, I got one on the villain side.
Ooh, I should do a villain side. No, I don't want to do that. Because that requires me to delete a villain, and I don't want to do it. Well, I got my Earth character, and Earth is OP, so I can just click. I mean, Crystal could just one-shot everything, even at level 10. So that could work. I may just start off as level 10. It's like, alright, now we're going to start the leveling guide. Ha ha ha. So that is it for Game Update 57 and episode 22.
Real quick, though, with those PvP update changes they made there, a lot of weapon changes and power changes, or changes to powers, were done in Legends as well. So, for certain, for weapon attacks, obviously the weapon attacks changes, those are affecting Legends as well. On top of some abilities like Construct Pencil for Kyle Rayner, Batarangs for Batman. I believe there was another one here. What is Quadrant Gorilla Primary Attack? And Gorilla Rage Ground Pound?
I don't know.
Because, aren't we supposed to be getting a Gorilla?
Ooh, I think there is supposed to be a monkey coming. I think a monkey is coming.
Be careful, Superboy doesn't like monkeys.
He does not.
According to the Young Justice cartoon. Hashtag keep binging YJ.
That's a lot. That's a mouthful.
Well, you know what's going on, right?
Well, season 3 is coming to Netflix.
They are trying to get Netflix to pick up Young Justice to do a season 3.
Okay, damn it. I thought it was already confirmed.
No. As far as I know, it's not confirmed yet. I could check. They're close. They're close. But Danica McKellar, who voiced Miss Martian on there, she is like really into it. Her and the girl who voiced Artemis recently did a picture together. They did a post for a little picture together. Hashtag. Uh, watch. Binge watching on Justice, and Danica McKellar's like been very active on Twitter this week, talking about it. She actually did a Periscope Q&A for about 10 minutes earlier.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's like hyped. She's like super hyped. I'm just wondering if they'll be able to bring a lot of the original voice actors back. Because like Nolan North, who we all know voices the Nathan Drake character in the Uncharted series, voiced Superboy.
He never lets anyone else get a job.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Him and Troy Baker, man. Like, guys, let other people have a shot. I would like work. But yeah, so hopefully we get to hear some news about Gorilla Grodd pretty soon. Is it the 45th anniversary for Flash this year?
I don't know.
I think it was actually last year, actually.
I don't know. Let's see, how old is the Flash?
Thank you, Google.
Yep. Good old Google.
It's probably telling you, like, oh, he's 25 for the past 45 years.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, Ralph's saying it was last year.
1956. Yeah. Last year was his 60th.
Holy crap. That's insane.
First appearance in Showcase number 4.
Oh, and for you comic book goers out there, be sure to pick up the new issue of Scooby-Doo because it features The Flash. My comic book store put one aside for me. Didn't even ask for it, but he was like, oh, by the way, Scooby-Doo has Flash in it. Thought you might like it. You damn right I would. That's Scooby-Doo. How old is the Flasher in Trex's neighborhood? This is a new neighborhood?
Same age as Trex because, same person.
Wow. There is an elementary school right down the road. I think not.
What is wrong with you, Trex?
I do not need to make those kinds of house calls. Do not want to be knocking on people's door and saying those words. No, thank you.
Speaking of comics, book, TV shows. Yeah, we're segueing into that. Did you catch Supergirl this week?
I don't watch Supergirl anymore, and it's
what?
not. No, hold on. Before you start, it's not because I don't like it.
We're trying to get a season 2, sir.
Well, I wish I could. It's just we don't have cable here. And at the same time,
CBS.com. You can watch them for free.
Oh, fuck
they got
CBS.
to the last 5 episodes. CBS.com. They got up to the last 5 episodes. You can go watch them right now. That's how I watch it.
Okay.
I mean, I've got basic cable here, but I don't even have the cable freaking plugged in the back of my TV. That's, plugged into my daughter's TV, living room TV, but I don't even watch it in my room. Because I'm watching everything on the internet.
Because that's the future, kids. But yeah, I also stream on Mondays, so I don't really get to watch it live. And at my mom's, I always DVR'd it.
On CBS.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want to support CBS.com because they are moving into a Hulu type service for CBS shows, and I don't want to approve of that. And I don't care how many great writers and creators they got for the new Star Trek show. That was tempting.
Yeah, that's a little upsetting for me as well. I will agree with you on that aspect in regards to what CBS is doing with a streaming service, a paid streaming service. But dude, Supergirl, don't don't hate on the show just because
of the network.
All right. They are doing a crossover with the Flash, man.
I know. I
They've
know.
been filming it. This last episode had what's her damn name?
Vertigo
Shit.
or Indigo, wasn't it?
Yes, but the actress.
Oh, yeah. I cannot remember her name for the life of me.
Vandervoort. I can't remember her first name.
No one can.
I can't remember her first name. But the girl who played Supergirl in Smallville was on Supergirl playing Brainiac 8, Indigo.
Yeah, that was... That is sexy. I mean, sick. I mean, cool.
Laura Van, thank you, Burke and Dave.
Hold on, Arwen. She's not the OG Supergirl, okay? There was one before her.
Oh, yeah, there was. There was.
Yeah, there's another.
And she is currently playing Supergirl's adoptive mom in Supergirl.
Yeah! It's like all this shit just came together.
Exactly. And guess who played her adopted dad in Supergirl?
Well, yeah.
The guy who played Superman in Lois and Clark in The Adventures of Superman.
Okay, now you're just stating facts I already know.
It's like is nobody's mind melting over this?
Yes,
this is like, I mean, this is like huge homage stuff they're doing with this show. Not to mention, did you at least watch the episode with the Black Mercy?
With who?
The Black Mercy.
No. The last episode I saw before I moved out of my mom's place, oh my god, what was that? It wasn't the Toy Man episode. It was after that. It was the episode before the Bizarro Supergirl episode. Because I didn't watch Bizarro episode. I read a review my friend wrote. So the Bizarro episode is the episode that I missed. That was the first episode I missed of Supergirl. But yeah, Supergirl season 2 needs to happen. Love it. Love it.
But yeah, they you gotta watch it, man. Especially you gotta watch that.
I mean, I'm already upset that I don't get a Flash until the end of March. And I don't even know when Arrow's coming back.
Yeah.
I know Arrow's on break. I didn't even know Arrow was going to be on break.
Yeah, I didn't know either one of them was going to be on break. Actually, it was like, just checked my Hulu, and I was like, wait, there was no Flash and Arrow this week. What the hell? There was a Legends of Tomorrow, though, which I have not watched yet.
Yeah, Arwen, my friend Christina writes for Legion of Leia, legionofleia.com, and she and our friend Sean, they write reviews. And I watched The Flash, but my buddy Sean is the world-renowned historian of everything Flash, #1 Uber fan. And so he writes the Flash reviews, and I always read them, and they are always so fantastic. Always so fantastic. And my friend Christina writes the Supergirl. She did Supergirl, and I think she does another one as well, but she has a really good Supergirl article. No, not the solo.com.
Well, while we're on the topic of the Flash, you're caught up with the Flash, correct?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so what do you think is going on with this Jay Garrick doppelganger?
Oh my god, we could talk about it, right? It's been like a week?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's been a week.
Okay, so hashtag spoilers if you haven't seen The Flash from last week yet.
If you are an EU listener of the podcast, I apologize, but we're going into spoiler territory about the Flash.
Yes.
Right now, so
okay.
Michael Grid, spoiler alert: Rip Hunter is Jason Todd.
Ass.
Grid,
So
man.
okay, so
that joke's never gonna die.
It's not.
That joke's never gonna die, man. Ever since that night, I remember that night.
So
you were just so flabbergasted and appalled at him. Oh shit! All right, so yeah, end of the Flash.
So we had
last week.
Yeah, we had Jay Garrick who came to Earth, who came to our Earth. I guess we can
From
call
Earth
it
2. He is the Earth 2 Flash.
Yeah, Earth 2 Flash. Yeah, he came to Earth 1.
Came to Earth 1. Found his doppelganger on Earth 1.
Hunter Zolomon.
His name is Hunter Zolomon, who actually is the name of Professor Zoom. If I'm not mistaken.
No. It's Zoom's. It's Zoom's real name.
Right.
And this is what always frustrated me with this whole Professor Zoom and Reverse Flash, because Zoom never really goes by Professor.
Right.
In the times that he went by Professor Zoom, it was Ebor Thawne.
Ah.
Yeah, the whole continuity of DC around that between Reverse Flash and Professor Zoom was, when you say Professor Zoom, oh, it's Ebor Thawne. Actually, no, it's actually Hunter Zolomon. But wait, Hunter Zolomon is Zoom, Reverse Flash is Ebor Thawne, and DC just kind of flabbergasted everything together. So, especially when the new 52 Flash came out, and it was actually Reverse Flash, there's oh my god, it's freaking insane. There's Ebor Thawne Reverse Flash. Then there's this other, I'm sorry, I correct myself. Professor Zoom was Ebor Thawne in New 52 Flash. In the yellow suit, it was Ebor Thawne. And then Reverse Flash was like Wally West's uncle. It was an uncle of the West family was Reverse Flash. It's like, it was just, it killed me. I just wanted to just shoot everything.
All right, here's my theory. Okay, in the show, we're just going to stick to the show.
Right, sorry.
Continuity right now.
Yes.
Okay. So in this show, Reverse Flash is Ebor Thawne. He is from the future. All right. Now we have Earth 2 Jay Garrick, who is the Flash for Earth 2. All right. But now we have this Hunter Zolomon guy on Earth 1, who would have been Jay Garrick, but he was adopted and he was named Hunter Zolomon. All right. Now, at the end of the Flash episode, we all saw, we had all seen in the previous episode, at the very end, when they got back from Earth 2, Zoom reached through the final breach, stuck his hand through Jay Garrick's chest, and pulled him through the breach. So then at the end of this last episode, we see Zoom going into his little prison lair, where he was holding Jesse Quick and Barry and this mysterious masked man, who I will get to my theory on who that is here in a minute. He walks in, he's carrying Jay's body. We don't know if Jay's dead or alive. I'm assuming he's still alive. Drops him down on the floor, reaches up, pulls his mask off, and who is it? Is it Barry's dad? No. Is it Eddie Thawne? No. Eddie was who my guess was for Zoom, by the way.
Me too.
No, it is Jay Garrick's. It looks like it's Jay Garrick. Now, my assumption is this. All right, since this completely flipped everything around. All right. My belief is that the Zoom who is from Earth 2 is actually Earth 1 Hunter Zolomon. And he is so fast that he is able to travel between the two different Earths.
Yeah, and I actually have a friend of mine who is actually going to be upset if Hunter Zolomon from Earth 1 is in fact Zoom. He appreciated the name drop, but he feels that if they go with it being Hunter Zolomon, it's kind of a letdown. I myself don't really care. I just want to know who the.
Why do you think it's going to be a letdown?
Because it was such a quick thing that for people who don't know the comic books, and when Jay introduced Caitlin sitting in that park, it's like, that's my Earth 1 counterpart. He doesn't have my same name because he was adopted. That's Hunter Zolomon. So for people who don't know the story outside of the show, they think Hunter Zolomon, okay, well, he must be interesting. He's probably just some guy. For us, we all know that's Zoom's real name. So with that knowledge, he feels that if it's going to be Hunter Zolomon and that's how they're going to introduce him, it's kind of downplaying it of the big reveal of Zoom being Hunter Zolomon. That's how he feels. Of course, he can articulate it a lot better than me because he.
Well, I mean, okay, that makes sense. As a comic book fan, and not going into watching, a Batman TV show, and where they don't talk about who Batman really is. You already know Batman's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But somebody who doesn't know anything about Batman at all, they're going, man, Mask. What? He's a freaking billionaire? Why is he putting himself in danger like this? Throw money at the problem like all the other ones do. But so yeah, I can see how it could be slightly disappointing for comic book fans if they go with they go along with the continuity of the comics. I can understand that. But at the same time, I mean, if they go so far off the continuity of the comics, I mean, they're going to piss some comic book fans off.
Yeah. So my theory for this is, and I don't even care how outrageous it is, I just love the aspect of it. I do think that the guy in the mask is Jay from, I want to say from Earth 1. He's Jay from Earth 1, from Earth Prime. The Jay Garrett that we had, that was our Earth 2 guy. He was the hero. I think the guy Zoom, and I don't care how outrageous it is, I just want it. I want Zoom to really be Johnny Quick from Earth 3. From Crime Syndicate world. That's what I wish. He's gonna come.
This is who I think. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
No, I just want to say, it's like, if Zoom identifies himself and just like, my name's Johnny Quick, I'm from Earth 3, I will flip the fuck out. Like, oh my god, please open it up for Earth 3 Crime Syndicate. Do it. Oh, it'd be so cool. But go ahead.
My thoughts on it are that the guy in the mask is actually Eddie Thawne. Now, I know I said that about Zoom, but...
I mean, Eddie has to be here, right? He has to be here.
They've got to do it. I mean, they had that the freaking, heartbreaking, heart-wrenching moment where he killed himself to save Barry and everybody there from Reverse Flash. He killed himself so there would be no Reverse Flash. And for them all to run into, I mean, they already had that moment with, when they were on Earth 2 and Barry got to talk to his mom on the phone. Kevin Smith posted up another video of him bawling his eyes out.
Yeah, apparently his episode that he has to do is apparently gut-wrenching.
Yeah, actually, he's heading up to Vancouver, I think, this week.
Yeah, I think he's there because I remember him. I saw that tweet as well because he got the nice stunt jacket. By the way, fucking jealous. Because I want that jacket.
You know what's funny is? I watched. He's got his own YouTube channel now where he does his Fat Man on Batman series with Kevin Bernard, and they're like the me and Trex but more successful. People
basically
talking about comic books and everything and comic book news, and he was talking about the news got out that he was directing an episode of The Flash and all that. And he was going to go up to going to be doing it, and he said he got an email from Mark Hamill recently asking if the Trickster was going to be in the episode or not.
Oh my god!
Or if he could get the Trickster into the episode or not. And Kevin was talking. He's like, dude, you're filming Star Wars right now? Why are you worried about this show? He's like, you've actually got lines in this one.
And that's the kind of pull Kevin Smith has, and I wish that I could get to that level of having God. Mark
Oh
Hamill
my
just
God.
like, hey, look.
Well, I mean, he just recently had Paul Dini on again, and and I mean, if you guys go back to go to his Smodcast channel, where he posts up all of his podcasts, he does like 4 or 5 podcasts, which is like Jesus, where do you get the time? To do all those podcasts and freaking write and direct movies and Flash episodes and shit. But he's been doing this Fat Man on Batman thing for a while now, and he started off with a lot of guests, and he's had some phenomenal guests. And one of his earlier guests was Mark Hamill, where they sat there, and I sat and I listened to that 2-hour freaking podcast twice because it was just so freaking good, so good. Not to mention the other ones he does with Neil Adams. Neil Adams, huge into comic books and everything like that. I've sat there and listened to that one like 3 or 4 times. Just hearing about all the stories and everything, from the old, from the Silver Age of comics and everything like that. The stories, about how things, were and how things were done. Neil Adams' quest and to get the creators of Superman actual credit for creating Superman and getting them some money, because one of them was living in a house in an apartment in Queens with a busted out window when he was like 70 or 80 years old and everything. And it's just it's so good listening to those conversations. If you guys are true lovers of comic books and you love to hear stories about the Silver Age and the modern age, and even some, going into the golden age and everything, and hearing about some of the huge names, Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, all those guys talking about that stuff, man. Go listen to those old podcasts, especially the ones with Neil Adams on there. And if you love listening to Mark Hamill talking about him voicing the Joker, definitely go listen to that one too. So good. So good. I know that's like the second time I've gone on and on about that. But definitely,
they're good stuff. They are good stuff. So, I really think that's it. I mean, it's not much going on this week. Episode 22, Game of the 57 that finally came out. That's really it.
Well, speaking of Star Wars, they did announce the digital and Blu-ray release dates for Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Yeah, it's in April, isn't it?
April 1st for the digital and April 5th for the Blu-ray.
Yeah, and Best Buy screwed this up because they got this I remember my friend talking about it. I didn't read fully into it, but he said that Best Buy has like this BB-8 special edition, and it's not a metal case. How are you going to have a robot special edition and not be in a metal case?
I don't know. Oh, also, comic book news, sort of. All right. Actually, this is comic book news. You know how they've been talking about an animated version of The Killing Joke?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I was listening to the most recent Fat Man on Batman, Kevin Smith, talking about how they are, because of the success of Deadpool, all right, as an art title. Now, a lot of so we're getting the director's cut of Batman versus Superman is going to be R-rated. The Wolverine 3 that they're doing is going to be R-rated, which that makes sense to me. Now,
that
if they do
happened.
if they do Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and they R-rated, I'm going to be like, come on, guys.
That's outrageous.
I mean, come on, that's not necessary. Not all of them have to be R-rated.
Captain America, rated R. What just happened?
Yeah, we still need to be able to take our kids to these things. Not uncomfortable sitting next to them during a cutscene like I did at Deadpool with my 15-year-old daughter.
Oh my god, that's so awkward. Oh my god, I just remembered.
It wasn't just one of those momentary sex scenes either. If you've seen Deadpool, you know which scene I'm talking about. It goes on for like 10 fucking minutes.
Oh my god, I just remembered Women's Appreciation Day.
Yes.
Oh, that's so awkward.
I was like, oh my god. Deadpool was considered. I mean, it's making bank. It's making bank. Grid. It is making some serious money. But the fact is, Deadpool's not the first R-rated comic book movie.
No. Just really the most highly successful.
Yeah, I mean, we've had Sin City, which actually did pretty good.
Loved
actually
it.
did really good. Both the Blade movies. Now, granted, Blade 2 is not that great, but Blade, the first Blade movie, was phenomenal.
Kick-Ass.
It was very good. Kick-Ass, R-rated. The Punisher with the Thomas Jane one, very good. Very good adaptation of the comic book, I felt.
Yeah, we don't really talk about Warzone.
Dude, you know what? I thought Warzone was a closer portrayal to how Deadpool... not Deadpool. I thought Warzone was a closer portrayal to the character of Punisher than the original one, than the first one.
I completely agree. And
the
guy who played him played to a T.
Oh, Ray Stevenson?
Yeah.
Who also plays Volstagg from the Thor movies?
Yeah, right? I'm like, weren't you just killing people with a bazooka?
Dude, that one scene in War Journal where he's in that kitchen with this one gangster and that cop's there, right? And the cop's telling him, he's like, Frank, don't kill him yet, he's got information, we got to get this information from him. And he's holding this sawed-off shotgun, pointing at this dude's face, right? And he's just standing there, and he's like, "Ask your questions." And the guy's like asking him, he's like, where's this going on? So they get all the information out of him, and then he's like, but that's all I know, man. That's all I know. And he's like, good. I was like, whoa. That shocked me, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. But just because Deadpool rated R was successful doesn't mean that every other... It's not that the fact that the rated R makes it a moneymaker. Deadpool is a rated R character. Wolverine is a rated R character. He can be PG at sometimes when he's with the X-Men. Solo movies, rated R.
Yeah. Yeah. So, the Wolverine, and they're talking about doing the Old Man Logan storyline. And did you see that Liev Schreiber, the guy who played Sabretooth in Origins?
Yeah, I saw his.
He's down for coming back and playing Sabretooth, which that would be really cool.
Honestly, and I've read Old Man Logan, and Old Man Logan was the comic book that got me back into comic books. Yeah, and it was such a mind F that I don't know how it's going to be portrayed on the film to justice, because I don't want Old Man Logan. I don't want Wolverine 3 to just be Wolverine old and dealing with stuff. No, I want Old Man Logan for the fact that it's the future. Shit went bad. All the villains took over everything, and I want him as the opening scene. Him on a farm with his kids, with his wife, and the Hulk gang comes bustling down redneck style and just beats him senselessly. That's the Old Man. If you want to do Old Man Logan, that's the story I want. Don't take bits and pieces and try and make it a film homage like everything else does in the comic book world. No, if you're going to do it based off the comic book. Don't take bits and pieces away from it. And that's my rant.
But back to what I was originally going to talk about. Because of the success of Deadpool, they are talking about the Killing Joke animated movie they're doing, which hopefully they're going to be bringing back Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill to voice their respective characters, and which would be epic. And
I know
awesome.
Mark's coming back for it.
Yeah. But they're talking about making that a rated R film.
How can you not? How can you not?
Yeah. The thing is, though, if they make that a rated R, that is like some disturbing rated R-ness. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure I would even watch it. I don't know if I would emotionally be able to do it. Because I still get trouble reading the book. I just do. And it's... My God, it was just such a strong... Okay, that's not cool, Grid. Wait, hold on. Do I get an Oscar for it? I mean, it worked for Leo. I'm just saying. And Hardlight just got love, J-Rock. Game of Day 57 gave Hardlight love in all the right places. That's not Oscar worthy. There would be Oscar buzz. Okay. As long as I get memes to get people to support me.
I don't know if you saw there was a video of Leo getting his Oscar, getting his name engraved on a plate for his Oscar.
Yep.
And he's standing there, and the woman's doing it and everything like that. And he's like, you guys do this? He's like, you do this every year? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay. And he's like, looks away for a second. He looked back at her. He's like, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Sly motherfucker. That's my boy. That's my boy. Can't wait to see him next year when he has to present it, be the presenter for the Best Actress Award for next year. It's gonna be great. What will be even better is if Kate Winslet wins it next year, and they could be on stage together. That'll be so great. So great.
But yeah, I mean, I've gone around. The thing that I'm looking for, Killing Joke, is Mark Hamill coming back and voicing it, and hearing the monologues that the Joker has in there. Oh my god, I've heard people do impressions of Hamill's Joker, and there's a really good one on YouTube if you can find it. But there's moments where you know it's just not quite Hamill, you know? And I'm really looking forward to that. So, yeah. But
all right, guys, that is it for our time. Again, it was I'm not saying we filled enough time, but I mean, we talked about all the geeky things in the DC world and a little bit of Beyond as well.
Yeah. And we kept it under NC-17.
And we did. Dropped a few F-bombs, but according to the MPAA, that's enough.
Yeah, I mean, more than one, then you get an R rating.
Yeah.
I believe that's the rule. More than one F-bomb, and then it becomes an R rating. But we kept it under NC-17, which is good. Now, stay tuned for after we're done recording for the NC-17 version. And wait, folks, it's going to get nasty.
Ew. That is so... It was in my ear. That is in my ear.
That's not all it's going to be in your ear.
Oh, that... No! No, sir. No, sir.
This is what happens when I don't have Brittany here to, like, you know, kind of, simulate acting like a gentleman in front of her.
Is that a buffer? Is that what the buffer is? Really fast, Meps just posted a server hotfix for tomorrow. For light, whip thrash, lightweight, in-trap, and hand clap will now require the proper level to purchase. Episode 21, the first piece, that's already done, and the Phantom Zone, yeah, it's... Oh my god! What's this? Players should no longer experience raised crash due to the Kryptonians' lockdown ability in the final boss fight?
Oh, yeah, there's an elite guard that comes out in that last boss fight that stuns everybody. You have to lunge him and knock him out of it. Right? He's a staff user. So you might have trouble with him, Trex. But you should be, but if somebody gets stunned by, especially the tank, lunge that son of a bitch and knock them out of that stun. And yeah, rage tanks were crashing if they were stunned. Right, so that being fixed is a good thing.
J-Rock, I'm not really sure. I don't have any tips as a hard light DPS because I don't do hard light DPSing. I definitely recommend hitting up the forums.
J-Rock, I would recommend going and checking out Odyssey. Did a video on their YouTube channel. One of their members got onto the test server and did a loadout and rotation for hard light. Go check that out. I believe it's the standard loadout that's being used right now. I could be wrong, but I'm 94% sure I'm right.
It's a good number.
I had to make it, not 90. I couldn't say 95 because 94 sounds more official. Like I actually, crunched the numbers.
Yeah. I get it. All right, so be sure to follow us over on social media at DCUO Sourcecast over on Facebook and Twitter. Find all the VODs over at youtube.com/Trexlight in the Sourcecast playlist. They also link over to Super Patriots channel as well. For all the audio for MP3 format, you want to go over to Trexlight.com in the DCUO Sourcecast webpage, or find us on iTunes. Just type in DCUO Sourcecast. If you guys have a question or a suggestion you guys want us to talk about on the show, email us at DCUOSourcecast@gmail.com. Soups, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me at youtube.com/thedaddy'shouse. I am also on facebook.com/thedaddy'shouse. I am also on the Twitter at the Daddy's House there. And you can occasionally find me here streaming on twitch.tv/thedaddy'shouse. Trex, where can we find you individually, sir?
You can find me over at facebook.com/Trexlight, over at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Trexlight. You can always find me on the Twitter at ThisIsTrex, and be sure to follow me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Trexlight. And even though Brittany was not here, she's always here with me in spirit, and also to the abiding laws of the Supreme Court restraining order. Find her over at youtube.com/PinkRanger_206, over on Twitter at PinkRanger_206, and follow her on her Twitch at twitch.tv/Brittany_. That's Brittany with an E, not an A. I'm not sure who you would get if you put an A, but just put the E there. Put the E.
You'd get smacked by Brittany for spelling her name wrong.
That you do. And it's not on the bottom. It's not on the bottom. It sucks. So, all right.
The entire chat just shut down. I shut the chat down.
So really fast, as a treat, we're going to end the show with playing the Odyssey Downfall video for all you Hard Light players out there, and for the players who have not seen this video yet, because it is by far hilarious. And then I'm going to play a theme video talking about the Ethiopia hunger crisis. So please, once again, I am accepting donations to charity for the Save the Children Children's Emergency Release Fund. This is money going towards food, medicine, and water for the children of Ethiopia for the drought and hunger crisis. So be sure to hit ! Save the Children in the chat so you guys can go over to gamingforgood.net and donate. It is for a worthy cause, and I thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, hopefully Soups can keep quiet because I can't mute him, because muting him would cause stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Odyssey Downfall. Oh, and thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.